Hey guys, Fabio here for another great day, another great video. Today coming to you from the cute city of Taichung in central Taiwan, and I am now walking on a street full of shops, and it's a very cute street. It's even better when the sun goes down because all the lights are coming out. But I'm not sure if you can catch it on this video. Anyway, you'll see some of it during the walk and talk today. So the topic of today is answering a question that a friend of mine asked me, and I thought let's do it let's answer the question for everyone rather than only for her, because this can benefit everyone following the channel and watching the video. And by the way, please help me help everybody, like and subscribe and like and share this video if you find value, and also engage in the comments, or either for letting me know what you do like of this video or for letting me know what you didn't like. It's all good. So it's either a celebration or learning, right? Like yin and yang of life. Okay, now what was the question? The question was, and before I go there, by the way, shout out to my brother that gave me this beautiful hat, and this hat has the formula of the Bitcoin supply, basically. And one day I'll do a video to talk about it in detail. My brother is Mr. M. He has also a YouTube channel, very successful. He's interviewing a lot of interesting and amazing people, like straight at the top of the influencers in the Bitcoin and crypto industry. So I'll put a link in the I'll put a link in the description box below, and go and follow him, because you are gonna get a lot of value from his channel. But now back to the topic of this video. So what was the question? The question was, should I wait? She said, I do have some savings at hand, and should I wait to buy Bitcoin, or should I wait till the price goes down to buy Bitcoin, or should I buy now? What do I do, right? And she said, because she knows me, she said, I know you don't give financial advice, which I don't do, so remember that always when you watch the videos, that I don't do that. But she said, even though I understand that you don't give financial advice, which means it is my responsibility for what I do with my money, right? As every one of you listening to this also should understand and needs to understand it to become successful. She said, I would really appreciate, I'm paraphrasing, but I would really appreciate your suggestion in terms of what to do with my savings. And then my answer was, which is the same answer I'm giving you into this video, is remember that if you are not a trader, you don't want to trade, okay? If you're not a trader, you will lose against the professional traders. It's the same thing as imagine that you and me and a bunch of other friends were going to just dress up like soccer players or football players or hockey players, and we were going down in the field with some of the top world professionals, like a world professional team, like world class, and playing and competing against them. It's not gonna happen, right? We're gonna lose sorely. Like they're gonna destroy us in like 100-0 or 1,000-0. So we're not gonna even see the ball ever. Which is exactly what happens when you try to trade against the professional traders in the market. These people have like teams of 1,000 people. They have like skyscrapers full of AI and data centers, technology. There's no way that you with your laptop can do anything about it, right? Maybe you get lucky once or twice. If you want to become a professional trader, you need to invest a lot of time and money into studying, making a lot of mistakes and error. And I don't even know what to say about it, because I am not a professional trader and I don't want to be, and then I don't need to be in order to become financially free and independent. So that's not, so don't listen to me when talking about how to become a successful trader, because I'm not. But I can tell you how to become a successful investor, or at least what I did, and it worked for me. And I didn't create any of this. I just learned from other people that were successful, and I followed their advice, and I did it. I followed the recipe, and it worked. So that's how you do it. You become teachable, you follow the recipe, and you need to do the right things long enough consistently. This is another important point, because you cannot. So since we're not talking about trading, we're talking about investing. Your mindset has to shift. Your mindset has to become a mindset of like a delayed gratification mindset. Bitcoin is an asset that is going to go up forever. Okay, it's going to go up forever, and it's scarcer and scarcer in value. So this is the first understanding, that if you know that something, by the way, nobody has 100% certainty about anything in life. So this is what I'm sharing with you here again, is a high probability situation, but it's not a certainty situation, right? So understand that as well. So Bitcoin is an asset that is probably, very likely, going to continue to go up forever. So if you have, if you are looking for an asset in which you want to save, that's a great way. That's a great piggy bank to put your money in. You're putting your money in something that's going up forever. And then, to go back to the question that my friend asked, so what do I do? When do I buy? When do I sell? The answer is that if you really want to be successful in this industry, you need to develop this delayed gratification mindset of like thinking in terms of at least minimum 5 years. And why? Because the market cycle is 4 years, has been so far, unless we get into a super cycle, which is a different thing. But so far, every cycle has been a 4-year cycle. So don't even think about anything that is shorter than 4 years. Okay, you and DCA and Hodl is the answer to my friend's question. So is what I'm going to explain in details to you today in this video. DCA means dollar cost average or dollar cost averaging. So what you do is you basically buy you define a period of time. It can be every week, it can be every 2 weeks, it can be every month, it doesn't matter, that's up to you. And you constantly buy and accumulate Bitcoin no matter what the price is. Okay, that's your strategy. Michael Saylor, which is basically one of the most successful, if not the most successful investor in Bitcoin, and investor probably in history at this point so far, in terms of gains in a short period of time at least, he has famously said, I've been buying every single top. So he doesn't care. He doesn't care, and there are some things online that you can find called like DCA calculators or dollar cost average calculators, that if you put your data in it, you will see that if you buy consistently over time, so you basically, number one thing to do to become wealthy, you have to start saving, right? Because you have to have a seed corn, you have to have some wealth that you can expand. Okay, the only people that want to become wealthy without saving are the people that they have a lottery mentality. They think that they can wake up tomorrow, win the lottery, and then that's it. But that doesn't work. And even if it does work, the statistics are clear that basically more than, I think, I'm not sure about the number, but more than like 80 or 90% of the lottery winners, they are broke again in just a couple of years, because it's not the money that gives you the attitude, is the attitude that gives you the money. That's super important to understand. The money comes to you when you are vibrationally and energetically in alignment, okay? Which starts with your thinking and your vibration. So your attitude is super important. And so the people with the lottery mentality, is not us, okay? Doesn't work that way. So how you become wealthy? You have to develop the habit of saving. And then there's a great book that I suggest you to read called The Richest Man in Babylon, which is the book that basically helped me to develop my habit of saving, or one of the, let's say, the milestones, I should say. It's not the only thing, but is one of the things that really helped for me to get into this mindset. So first and foremost, learn how to save. And if you're saying, I don't have any money to save, that's not true, because the fact that you are alive on this planet and in this society and in this modern world means that you, one way or another, you are dealing with money anyway, right? So it doesn't matter what if it's a lot of money or not a lot of money, you are still dealing with money in order to survive. Unless you're a monk in the Himalayas or whatever, but it's very rare. And those people are probably not listening to this video anyway. So they have better things to do, like meditation and so forth. So if you are dealing with money in any way, shape or form, you can save, okay? If you need to eat less food, eat less food. If you need to skip your Starbucks, skip it and make coffee at home. If you need to stop wasting money in stupid stuff that people buy, like video games and subscriptions to Netflix and that stuff that doesn't help you, do that, okay? Do whatever it takes to start accumulating some savings, and you will feel amazing when you do. If you only have like $10 a week, spend 8 instead of 10, and the other $2 put them away. The most important thing to do is to develop the habit of savings, okay? Develop the habit of saving. It doesn't matter if you're saving 1 cent or $1,000 a week. It doesn't matter. You develop the habit, and then when you have the habit in place over time, this will motivate you and will create more success, more confidence, and so forth. And you will engage in the success momentum cycle, which is something that is explained. I'm not going to go into details here, but you can learn about it when you get the personal development training that I always recommend in this channel, that you will see also a link below. That is a free training that changed my life. Anyway, without going into much detail about that, number one, develop the habit of saving. Number two, put those savings in an asset that is appreciating over time and not depreciating over time. If you are holding fiat money means like dollars or euros or money by decree that the government with guns, that is a system that is basically empowered by violence, has decided that is a piece of paper that has value, and then everybody is by law has to respect that value, otherwise they go in jail. So that's how the fiat system works, basically. So the fiat system is deflationary. Is inflationary. The fiat system is inflationary, meaning that the money that you're holding in your hands in the form of euros or US dollars and so forth, that money is like ice under the sun. It's melting in your hands. So over time, that money is the purchase power of that money is getting less and less. And you probably know, and you've seen this, because historically, it's like 100 years ago, you could buy a suit and a pair of shoes with an ounce of gold, right? And today, pretty much the same. If you have an ounce of gold that is worth, at the time of this video, about $3,000, you could still buy a good quality, let's say a men's suit. I don't know about women because I'm a man, but let's say you can buy, with the same ounce of gold, you can buy like a nice quality suit and a very nice pair of shoes for a man. For that ounce of gold, which is $3,000. But in terms of the cost, in terms of the dollar value price of that suit over 100 years, or dollar or the euro was not there yet, like many of the other currencies, like the Italian lira, for example, is gone. And that's the destiny of most and all of the fiat currencies, by the way, to go to zero and to go extinct. But some of them have been around for a long time, like the British pound or the US dollars and so forth. And if you look at the dollar, for example, and you look at how much a men's suit would cost like 100 years ago, I don't know exactly the price, but it was probably like $2 or $5, right? And today is like $3,000, to make the comparison with an ounce of gold. So you see, the dollars that you have holding in your bank account, first and foremost, if it's in your bank account, is not yours at all. Okay, they can take it away whenever they want, and they will do that with the what's happening in the with the euro now in October. The European Central Bank just came out saying that they are going to launch the digital euro, which is a CBDC, is a central bank digital currency, which is a system of slavery. It's a system of slavery. The people that are, the bank will be able to take the people's money away from them with a click of a button based on what people do. Like it's very similar to what's happening in China with the social credit score system. Is a system of slavery. Is the foundation of a system of slavery. And the people that are still asleep, most of them, unfortunately, will learn this the hard way. For us, we are a privileged group of people that know about Bitcoin. We can be free from that system, but you have to learn how to self-custody the Bitcoin and also how to grow your stack over time, right? That's what we're doing here on this channel, empowering your mindset first and foremost, and then empowering also you financially with the tool for financial freedom and financial sovereignty that is Bitcoin. So what do you do? So going back to the topic, DCA and HODL. DCA means you accumulate Bitcoin over time, because Bitcoin is an asset that is going to go up forever. And it might seem volatile, but if you reason, as I was saying earlier, sharing with you earlier, if you reason in terms of like with a long-term mindset or with a delayed gratification mindset, and you look at the market, there is a saying that we have in the Bitcoin ecosystem, which is, when in doubt, zoom out, which means don't look at the charts every week or every day or every month. Look at the charts every 4 years, and you will see that the price is going up. Okay, it doesn't matter if you bought like 4 years ago or 8 years ago. I remember when Bitcoin was around 10,000 and it crashed to 3,000 due to COVID in 2020, and people were like, then it went up again to like a 10 and then 12 and 15 and so forth, and people and my friends were asking me, and they were saying, I'm not gonna buy it now, I'm gonna wait that it goes back to 3,000 again. And I was like, be careful with that mindset, because it might not go back down there ever again, okay? And you missed the train, especially in the bull market that we are now. I'm recording this video in March 2025, at the end of March. So don't wait for the price to go down, because you can miss, because most of the gains in a bull market, most of the gains in the bull market are made very quickly. If you look at the whole bull market, most of the gains in terms of a percentage of that cycle are often made in just a couple of days, okay, or weeks, very quickly. So if you are waiting to buy, you will probably miss that. You will miss that run, that period where it runs up very quickly, and then you have to go back in the market and try to catch. You have to start chasing the market, which never works. So don't do that. The better way to do it is to dollar cost average on a regular basis, no matter what's the price. Okay, and you do it over time, and you don't even think about your gains in terms of a short period, like 1 year, 2 years. Don't worry about it. When Bitcoin will be $1 million a couple of years from now, when Bitcoin will be $1 million or more a couple of years from now, it will be at that point. It will be irrelevant if you bought it at 80,000 or 60,000 or 100,000, right? It will be a matter of, oh, did I make a 10x? Did I make a 9x? Did I make a 12x? It's all good, but what about 0x, which is what you make if you don't buy it? That's the real point. So DCA means buy on a regular basis, no matter what's the price, and HODL means that you hold it no matter what. At least a percentage of your portfolio you basically never sell. And when I say never, I mean at least think about it at least in a 5 or 10 years period of time. Okay? And then for some of you that are like me and they really understand the value of Bitcoin at the technological level, they understand the technology, they understand the decentralization of the network at the deeper level, and they understand the the role that Bitcoin is playing in the macroeconomical landscape today in the world, those people like me, they will never sell, or at least they will sell only a little bit over time, because if you are if you are fully invested like I am, and all your wealth is already in Bitcoin, then maybe you have to sell a little bit of it to survive, and to pay for the rent and the food and so forth. So that's okay. But most of the portfolio, in my case, is already there. So that's what hodl means. And some people, it's a joke that comes from one of the forums, the Bitcoin discussion forums. Historically, that means hold on for dear life. So, which means basically never sell. And if you do that, I am sure that you will be successful and that I will see you at the top. Now, if you have any questions about this, the content of this video, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you liked about it, or any questions, or if you didn't like anything, let me know that too, because we always learn and we always grow, right? We always get better every day in every way. So if you have any feedback, it can be constructive for me to make these videos better. Let me know that too. Have a fantastic day, and to your success. Peace out. Bye bye.